my exotic family, welcome back to another video on the channel. So today's video I wanted to talk to you guys about snake hooks. I do get a lot of people asking questions about, if I use them, how do I use mine, are they useful? And some people don't like them, some people think, if you use them, you're a punk or whatever. But I just wanted to go over my view on snake hooks and talk to you guys about snake hooks, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so welcome back. Like I said before, today I want to talk to you about snake hooks. I have three. This is my biggest one. I use this guy actually for luther. Generally speaking, this isn't something I use all the time. Me personally, I usually only use my snake hook for when I'm actually pulling a snake out of the enclosure. My snakes are all on a feeding schedule, however, snakes are going to be snakes. They do have their days when they, get testy or you catch them by surprise. They get a little startled, so the snake hook is actually good for letting them know that they're not being fed and also warning them that you are there. So, like I said, I have three, so this is my biggest one. And I have these two behind me. I have a medium-sized one. It's this one right here. And then I also have my small one. To be honest, I rarely use this one. This is probably my favorite one. It's not too long, it's not too short. I use this kind of for everybody. The only snakes that I generally really use it for are Luther and Kato, which is the enclosure behind me right here. Those are probably my two snakes that, not really Luther. Luther's just a big snake, but Kato, he's blood python, so he can have quite the attitude. But once he's out of his enclosure, he's perfectly fine. So, what are snake hooks used for? Like I said, snake hooks are used to kind of let the snake know that you're there. Also kind of reminds the snake that they are not being fed, so they can be alert that they're not being fed, which is where snake hook training comes into play. This is something I've done with my snakes. Obviously, I have snake hooks, so anytime I'm going to handle my snake or take my snake out for whatever reason, anytime that I'm not feeding my snake, I make sure I use one of these, because it does kind of condition them that when they see this, it kind of gets them out of that feed mode. Some of us, we all have that one or two snakes that no matter how much you feed them, they always seem hungry. So these come in handy, kind of lets the snakes know that you're not going to feed them. Now, I will say they are not any way, shape, or form like 100% like you touch your snake and then boom, they magically aren't hungry anymore. That's not what I'm saying. Basically what I'm saying is this will make it easier for you to handle your snake. So another reason that I use them is because it also protects the snake. And what I mean by that is it makes it easier for you to grab the snake. Like if you're like me, I have some huge cages, but I got short arms, so it gives you a little extra length. But not only does it protect the snake from you grabbing it the wrong way or anything like that, but it also protects you, puts some distance in between you and the snake. So that is definitely an advantage. Me personally, I am for snake hooks. Do I use them every single day, every single time? No, I do not. I've had all of my snakes for, it's been a while, at least 2 years, most of them at least. So I'm pretty good at judging their temperament and seeing how they feel, and I can go from there. But for the most part, about 80% of the time I am using a snake hook, because like I said, it does come in handy. It is a great tool to use, especially if you are trying to bond with a snake or handling a snake that is somewhat on the defensive side. This can definitely help you with that. And like I said before, it's going to definitely help the snake and not stress the snake out, because they won't have to be in your hands, and if you're nervous, you're whatever the case may be, snake hooks are definitely a great tool. So what I can do for you guys, I can actually show you how I pull one of my snakes out of the enclosure with the snake hook. So we can go ahead and do that. I may pull out Kato and Luther, or I may just pull out Kato, but let's go ahead and see how we do it. Alright guys, so this is Kato. So basically I'm just going to show you how I use the snake hook. So what I usually do is I'll tap him, see, he'll get a little hissy, and then I'll come up under him and pull. So usually when I do that, the snake is kind of on the run. They will get defensive, which is perfectly fine, perfectly normal. And then once they kind of are on the run, they're out of defensive, they're kind of in the flight mode. That's when you can go ahead, give them a grab. And this is Kato. So, this is Kato. He is my blood python. Very friendly for the most part, as you can see. Like I said, he can be a little feisty in the enclosure. But as you can see, now that he's out, he's perfectly fine. He's exploring. And he does great. So that's pretty much it. There's really nothing to it. Yeah, really nothing to it. Just kind of got to get in there and do it. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with it. I actually urge you guys to do it. If you guys are unsure of handling, or if you feel like the snake is, timid, or anything of that nature, a snake hook is definitely going to come in handy. It's one of those things where you definitely would want to just kind of practice to make the snake more comfortable, and also make you a little more comfortable with the snake as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put them back, and then I'll see if I can grab Luther out for you guys. So because Kato's cage, or I'm sorry, Luther's cage is so deep, I'm going to be using the big guy to grab him out. So let's see if we can get him out. So I usually like to go ahead and pull the hide out, and as you can see, there's Luther. He's there looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap him. And there we have it. There's Luther out and about. As you can see, he's calmed down quite nicely. He's still a big snake, obviously. He likes to be on the move, but he does pretty well. But that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Not too much to it. That's how I use my snake hook. Works for me. I don't have any issues. Snakes, obviously, I don't have any problems with them. They seem to do well, so I just wanted to show you guys my take, and obviously, of course, give you guys an update on a couple of my bigger guys. So this is Luther, and that's what I have for snake hooks. So as usual, guys, just stay excited.